All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am checking out for the first time a demo for Devil's Dive. I've never seen this game. It's only been brought to my attention by the community because it's looking like Downwell and doing Downwell things. Downwell happens to be one of my favorite games. I love little arcadey roguelikes, as I call them, bite-sized roguelikes. They're replayable, but they're very like arcadey and fast. They're very easy to jump into, but then they have a well of depth. See what I did there? The way I like to describe little arcadey roguelikes, what I always say is like very simple on the surface. I like to use this one. Very simple, right? Like, oh, you can just drive right in. But then as you go in, there's a lot to dig into. It has a lot of depth, right? Look at that. It's like, oh, right? And there's the opposite, right? Some games are very like, here, the game is really fun once you grasp all of this stuff, right? Oh yeah, just learn all of these things and it's great, right? We all know those games, right? And it's just like super overwhelming. But like arcadey roguelikes is like, you get it right away, right? It's like picking up, like playing Pac-Man or Galaga for the first time. It's just very simple. But as you get into it, you're like, oh, there's a lot of little nuances and cool stuff, right? That's why I love arcadey roguelikes, like really good, effective arcadey roguelikes. A lot of times they're simple, right? I played some that are based on 2 buttons, right? Like Spin Gun and some great ones, right? They're like very, like they don't just add stuff on top to give it depth, right? Like everything they add is very meticulous and adds multiple factors. It's really great. Anyway, so I have some history with arcade roguelikes. I think that's what this is. I actually don't even know. Devil's Dive. We'll do some micro coaching, unless we just decide no. And let's go at it. I don't know if my controller is acting funny. The D-pad's fine. My analog stick's a little weird. I don't know if that's me. Okay. Screen shake. Let's leave it at their intended. I like to do that. The volume we'll mess with though. It'll be like right there. CRT filter I'm gonna leave off for now, and let's get into it. But Gorgo needed a holiday, a little R&R to rest his horns. Upon returning home, Gorgo was unable to enter his kingdom. He got locked out. The gates to the underworld were slammed shut. In Gorgo's absence, a usurper, Moros, has arisen and claimed Gorgo's throne. But some of Gorgo's minions remained loyal and let Gorgo in through the back door. Oh, back door to my own place? This is the back door? That's a hole. That's not a back door. I'm loving the aesthetic. Very Cyware. If you guys know the dev Cyware that makes like amazing replayable little micro games, Skelly Celeste, things like that, it very much reminds me of that. Loving it. So real quick, a lot of games do that intro thing where like this little slideshow plays, and I find a lot of times there's cases where I'm either reading chat, let's talk about playing the game at home, and maybe you have kids running around, and a lot of times those slides go by and I didn't even finish reading them yet. That one, they had like 4 words in every sentence or whatever, and it worked out. But a lot of times it does not. I am not a fan of this. I'm very much a fan of like, show the slide, have the person hit any input, and then show the next slide kind of thing. There's a world where like, you're creating the slides and it's just going and you're hoping people read, and then you're trying to figure out, okay, how fast do people read? How fast should these slides go? Let's try to pick an average, right? And it kind of like takes some, if you don't care about your story and you also don't care if they receive the story, I guess, but like if you want to put some respect on the story, let them click through it. Right? Like, don't guess how fast they read. Don't guess if they're 100% paying attention and can read it, right? Because you're also taking a gamble, right? Here's the first pulling to your game, right? You chose to start your game with story, with lore. You want to pull, it must mean something to you. You want to pull people in with that, right? But you're also saying, hey, I hope you're here paying attention to it because this is going, right? I don't care if you're listening or not. In a way, it's just you don't care, right? In a way, it's like having a meeting and you don't care if the person's on the other line yet, or you know, you don't say like, hey, hello, you there? Or like, you're listening, or hello, how's it going, right? You don't engage first. You just pick up the phone and you just start talking and you hope they're there, right? Like, put some respect. You want to make sure that people are listening, right? It's the same in a conversation. If people aren't listening, don't talk. And so I don't like that, but it's very common. And those are the downsides to it. What a kid's walking, like, you know, you have kids walking by, or you can't fully pay attention. You're grabbing your cup of coffee and you miss some of the story. You're just saying you don't care. All right, let's keep going. It's a very small thing, but I see it done very, very often. All right. Naturally, I'm going to play around with the controls first. I've never played this before. Right away noticing jump is on left trigger. Very different. This is very exciting. So I already have some things going in my brain, right? Because this is not normal, right? When I ask the audience, when I ask you guys, hey, where should a jump button be? Where's the most place you're used to having a jump button? You'd probably be like A, right? Because since the dawn of time and Super Mario and stuff, the jump button would be in a very specific place, right? So right away I'm like, ooh, why is this on left trigger? Interesting. I can't wait to see their reasoning, right? Because the game will show us, right? It should make sense why it's there. I'm excited. Okay, so if you hold jump, you do a little flutter thing. I'm trying to see if there's like a wall jump or something. It does not look like it. Screen shake on the shots. Screen shake is a little bit hardcore. I can notice already. Nothing's even going on, and it's already making me a little disoriented. Can you imagine when things are going on? I don't think there's any other buttons. I think we're good to go. Sure. Okay, let's get it. How do I talk? It's not A. It's not shoot. It's not left bumper. It's not right bumper. Not up. It's down. And now I don't know how to get out of this. Okay, it's not start. Oh, wait, I don't know how to get out of this now. Okay, I guess I'm gonna go to resume. B doesn't get me out of the menu. Okay. B doesn't get me out of here. Wow, this is okay. So right away, right? If I was consulting, right, and we're doing micro coaching, that's the purpose of this, not really a showcase. We're trying something new. Right away, these are red flags. Right away, this is danger. This is so important, right? This is great. This is great. I randomly picked this game. I've never played it, but I play. For the record, today's date and is June 26th. The Next Fest is going on in Steam right now, and we've covered probably, I don't know, around 20 games, maybe a little less, on demos and games that I've heard hyped up, right? And I want to say about 80 to 90% of them have mistakes like this. This is not uncommon because we're not getting the proper coaching or feedback during development. We finish development or almost finish development and then get coaching or feedback, or just ask the general population, not professionals, just general people. Ask our mom, our dad, our cat, general Steam people, whoever wants to download the demo. Hey, what do you think? Right? And we hope that we somehow get fixing. And then we also hope that we didn't bury too much stuff on fundamental problems. This is just the normal. This is the normal life of a game dev. This is what's normal right now. So this is great. This is already a big issue, right? The game is already teaching me that it's unorthodox, that it's not modern UI, that it's a little bit frustrating almost. So I could figure this out, but the game is already telling me like, I have a jank lens on me, right? So things are going to show up now onward a little bit more jank than I might not normally notice, right? Things are just going to show up that way. I have a filter now where I can't really trust the game to be intuitive. All right, let's keep going. I honestly, I'm not even trolling right now. I don't know how to even get out. Oh, okay. I'm not even locked in. I could just, it's not a menu. I see. Ooh, this is weird. Okay, so down here, gotcha. So the issue here is they're pointing at the sign like an interactable, but they're not giving you a button cue on what to hit. And there's a reason games do this, right? Oftentimes you go into an interactable and like pop up a green button or an A or like hit this, right? And there's a reason they do that. There's a reason. D-pad, left stick, jump, left trigger, glide, hold left trigger. Okay, all the stuff that we figured out already. Cool. Okay. What just happened? I couldn't move there, and now I can move, and I heard a sound effect, but I don't know what it was. I'm already like a little disoriented. I feel like there's a lot of stuff. Okay. It's trying to show me that I can combo. Right. I'm pretty sure. Right? Jump on enemies' heads. You know, I find this really interesting. So when I see this kind of stuff, it makes me think that they're trying to go like wordless. Like, oh, let's just show people what to do, right? And I see devs trying to do this stuff, which is cool, right? Like, I'm okay with it. I feel like if I was trying to do that, I would have a guy like jumping and then just show left trigger and then gliding and then hold left trigger, right? Like have these like little animations, and I would stick with it. That's just me. But I don't think it's a big deal, but thematically, I guess. Okay, so what they're teaching me is red guys equal no. Gotcha. I like it. Here we go. All right, teach me how to get out of this room. This game's making me uneasy. Feel like I'm missing something very obvious. The game's making me feel a little bit silly. Is this a puzzle game? Maybe? Is it a puzzler? Back right wall? Is this a puzzle game? Maybe they don't want people playing it? Wow. Okay, there's a lot to talk about here, right? Crystals are there. I got it. Interesting. Interesting. So you're trying to onboard a player, right? And this is where you have to account for everybody coming into the game, right? You want to make it as accessible as possible. Pull people into your game, onboard them, right? So then we have these like little... What I'm hoping people will notice is like using color as an indicator. Some people won't even notice that, but color is an indicator here. Comboing. We have some buttons. Why is there not a aim to shoot or somehow a sign indicating shoot crystals, right? Keep going. keep going, right? Unless we're trying to make like this kind of like exploration, and maybe this is an exploration type of game, like a little puzzler exploration Metroidvania-ish kind of game. I don't know. I didn't think so. It just seems very like this doesn't need to be the discovery portion of the game. Hook the player first, show them what it's about, and then if you want secrets and discovery or whatever it is, right? And now we understand it, but I play a lot of games and for some reason it wasn't intuitive for me to shoot those crystals at all. And I would be very conscious of that. I like how they're like very I like how they're like very clear now about the combo system, right? I'm gonna be very clear about the combo system, but like the rest I'm just gonna like give you like little examples, how to get out of the first room, kind of just figure it out, right? And now the combo system though, let's really get into this, right? There's something that's a little bit like uneasy feeling, right? And this is coming from like an experienced gamer. God forbid somebody like not as experienced as playing this, they might feel like a little bit lost already, right? It's a little bit uncomfortable. The beginning of a game is where the game is going to set into place how much we should trust it. We're going to learn what can I expect from this game to help me out, right? So right now I'm expecting signs that will tell me what to do, but I'm also expecting signs that are going to give me examples that I have to learn from. I'm also expecting that I'm going to have to like shoot at random things and just like things might just be like hidden and I just have to figure it out, right? I don't know how much to trust the game and what they're going to give me. I'm going to give you an example. Rain World, right? You jump into Rain World and the game sets a tone right away. And the game lets you know that they're going to give you subtle cues through the environment and creatures and background on where to go or what to do. They're not going to say, hey, this is what you do. Here's a menu on how to play the game. Right away, they give you an example that you're going to be exploring and you're going to be dabbling with things and you're going to be looking for little clues and experimentation, right? The story unfolds. There's no words in the story. And then you land and there's this like little creature that's trying to guide you, right? You don't even know if he's hostile, but he's giving you these little symbols, and then when you get close to him, he runs away, so he shows that he's not hostile. And they kind of like give you this little guidance system, but they don't like tell you what to do. They just try to hint towards things. And so you learn that right away from the game. It sets you into that expectation where it's like, okay, they're gonna lightly guide me and I have to kind of explore and dabble with all of these things. And so that's what you want to do. You want to establish your grounds right in the beginning. How much should a player lean on you for these things? What can the player trust you for? That was not intuitive. Maybe I'm just bad. And that's the thing, right?
Damn.
For a lot of people, that's not going to be intuitive. I play a billion games a year and that wasn't intuitive, right? Because there's nothing there. It's just there in a locked room, like I'm solving a Zelda puzzle, right? Why? I'm trying to get into your game. Are you trying to create a puzzler? I don't know. Let's find out. If this is not a puzzler, something needs to be looked at, right? And this is why we're talking about it. I'm not necessarily saying it's right or wrong, but this is something to look at and be conscious of, right? And that's the important part here. What is it offering us? What did it offer us there? So far, right, we want to be conscious that our introduction, and we just went through one screen so far, 2 screens, is offering frustration, uneasiness, right? And maybe a little bit of jankiness, right? It doesn't feel intuitive, right? So I already have these feelings going into the rest of the game where I'm a little bit on the back foot and I don't know if I want to fully invest myself into the game, right? I'm like, I'm a little bit on the back foot, right? You don't have me. I'm like when you're feeling yourself out, or you're going to like a party or a friend's house and you feel yourself out first and you need to get comfortable. This game is not helping me get comfortable. Does that make sense? And we want to be very, so many games make this mistake. We played so many Steam demos, right, during this Next Fest, where the games are making people feel uncomfortable before they're inviting. This is a common problem that we need to look at, a common mistake, because now we're on the back foot and everything is going to show up a little bit worse, even if we may not normally notice it. 10 combo, retain 20% of blue gems on death. If I 10 combo, retain 20% of blue gems on death, I have to die with a 10 combo for that to work, or okay. 20 combo, hitting a 10 combo restores 1 HP. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot. All right, a little bit of coaching. The player already has no idea what's going on. No idea. They don't even know how this game works yet. Nothing. They don't even know what is happening. And we're going into these complex combo information that's just blabbing. And is it an expectation for them to remember that? This is before they even know what they're doing? Right? There's something to consider here. This is a little bit, again, adding to that overwhelming that we felt on the previous screen. This is a "you're not welcome" mat. We're not hooking them yet. We're not pulling them in yet. But we're going to give them a bunch of this information, which is more of "you're not welcome." This is the opposite of what we want in the beginning of our game. If we're not shooting for that, if we're shooting for "you're not welcome" and it's supposed to be uneasy, we're hitting that mark. For some reason, I don't think that's what we're shooting for here. Let's keep going. 20 combo, hitting a 10 combo restores 10 HP. So that's already confusing, right? Naturally. So I get it for your perspective, creating this game, you know exactly what that means. This means sense to you. To anybody else, what does that mean? We see the word 20 combo and then we see 10 combo. So my 20 combo hitting a 10 combo. What does that mean, right? Do you see it? That's like, oh, make sure you go left here, go right, or something like that. Like, what do you want them to assume, right? Naturally, this doesn't make sense, right? I'm confused, and I played down well with a combo system, right? And this is so cool, right? We blindly picked this game. This is to just show you guys how common these mistakes are without consultation and coaching early in development. It is in the game world. This is 90% of games I play. This is not unique. This is not this game. This is an industry problem. And this is why we're doing this, right? We want to make that change. We could make this change. All we have to do is have these discussions, right? That's the power in it. You want to impact your launch? Have these discussions with a professional early, and you'll build right around it. You don't have to worry about it at the end of release. 25 combo. Retain 20% of red gems on death. What's a blue gem? What's a red gem? What is comboing? What is this game? We didn't do anything yet, right? It's very obvious when we talk about it now, right? We don't know anything that's going on yet. Let's keep going. What's a green gem? What is going on? Why am I overwhelmed? Okay, now I have another random menu. What is happening? All right, we're just gonna pick bolts here. All right, A does not work. B does not work. Shoot does not. I jumped. I don't know if I guess it was jump key. Again, no indicator what to hit there. Very unintuitive. Very unintuitive. All right, here we go. This part should be intuitive, right? This is my jam. Spikes, gotcha. Jump. I can handle this part. No fast fall. You just hover, okay. Okay. Can I shoot these? No. Okay, I'm just gonna keep falling. Jump, combo. Why did my combo end, chat? One combo. I crit. 2 combo. 3 combo. Why does my combo end though? 3 combo. Oh, there's a combo bar top right. I don't know if that helps me. My eyeballs are not up there, but we'll take it. Okay, so I have a little bit of a combo bar. I'm on a timer here. think that's my ammo above my head. Wait. Okay, let's get it. 1, 2, 3. 1. Whoops, touch the ground. They're making my combo end. Okay. Going through the motions here. Very much thinking Downwell, right? It's very much coming to my mind. You have the jellies, you have the bats. It's very, very... Like, we want to be conscious of this, right? We know exactly what this looks like. We're floating down, we're jumping on people's heads, we're comboing. So right now, what's telling me is we're unabashedly, like, is that the word? Unabashedly? We're very, like, no remorse, taking a lot of inspiration from Downwell. Got it. Right? Got it. I'm clear on that. So now I'm wondering, okay, cool. That's the starting point, is taking that idea. Downwell. That's their starting point, right? Very clear. Where, unabashedly, where is this game being this game? What is this game called? Now I want to know Devil's Dive. What is Devil's Dive? What is it doing? Show me. Show me your hook. So far, you made me very uncomfortable and uneasy. You showed me that, right? So it's making me think, right? We need to be conscious of when we heavily take influence from other games, from a gamer's perspective. We want to be very conscious of this. When we heavily take influence, and you guys know what I'm talking about, heavily take influence, we need to be conscious of how our game shows up. Because if we are heavily taking ideas, aesthetic, enemy design, things like that from another game that's already successful, and we deliver it, but it's jank, unintuitive, rough around the edges, it naturally gives it a certain look. And we have to be very conscious of that. Very conscious. What the? Wait, what was the... Ah! What the milk is going on? Okay, I'm now the second level in. I can't imagine a player dealing with this. Oh, I didn't die. I don't know what just happened. Oh. Okay. Sure. So there's a lot going through my head. I love this. So consultation wise, there's some feedback, right? One, I know that I can combo a lot higher, right? Me, as a skillful gamer, as like, you know, old Downwell world record holder, I can combo a lot higher. Got it. I'm also very conscious that the general populace cannot combo that high in Downwell. It's challenging, right? I know that. Just because I'm good at it doesn't mean it's not challenging, right? So I know that general populace can't combo that high. I also seen things that hard stop you in this game. So it's like anti-combo. And so we want to be conscious of this, right? And so what we're doing here is we're extracting information that has been done already to apply to our projects in the current day. We are extracting information and work that has been done already and holes that devs have fallen in to make our product here better today, so we don't have to follow in the same holes. That would be ignorance, right? So already I've done one run and I could see almost clashing mechanics. So I have one here. We want you to combo. We're going to throw it right in your face right in the beginning of the game. Comboing is a big deal. We're going to show you all these big combos. We're going to tell you your max combo, right? They're making comboing a very big deal. We're putting it in the player's face. We're teaching them it right away. Comboing's a big deal. I also see a mechanic where you are timed on your comboing. Wow, this is new. Okay, so I'm coming from games that have tried this same exact combo system where there's no timer and people are having a hard time comboing. Noted. So now on top of that, we're gonna make it even harder. Noted. Right? So it's already, I don't know, is this what you want? Right? Comboing's a big deal, but I'm also gonna make it even harder, knowing most people will have a hard time with it already. Okay, check. Through that one run, I've also learned that there's gonna be hazards that are gonna hard stop me from comboing as well. So one, I'm on a timer. Two, there's hazards that are gonna hard block the path. Two mechanics now, making it harder to combo. One is a trap is in my way. I have to wait or get hit. Two, I'm on a 2-second timer. Two things that already tell me, ooh, people already have a hard time comboing in these games prior. This game is saying, hold my cup. I'm going to make it even harder, but I'm also going to make comboing a big deal. We're already getting niche on niche, right? We're getting, do you guys see how we're starting to pigeonhole? And I've seen games do this, right? Again, we can extract information. A week prior to this video, if you're watching this in the future, we checked out a demo for the new Super Meat Boy Mean Meat Machine. And they worked with this concept, and prior to its release, we said, hey, this is an example of where they're taking a very aesthetically pleasing and satisfying game, but they're taking something very niche and like kind of hardcore, and we're gonna make it more niche, right? They're making it more hardcore and niche, something that's already hardcore and niche, right? And I said, hey, this is usually a very bad idea. It's a very poor idea. We're taking a very big gamble because we're getting niche on niche on niche, right? It could be very uncomfortable. And guess what? A week later, it launched, and it launched at mixed reviews, right? I'm not surprised at all, right? There's obvious signs. And so being the coach that I am, I'll extract information because I play 400 games a year. I can extract information and say, hey, this is starting to take a gamble already, and I've played it one time. I've done one run so far, all right? This could normally take 5 minutes, and I can already tell we're taking a huge gamble. We're making niche on niche. This is usually a red flag. Already. Imagine having these conversations in the beginning of development where you can not build into these foundations and then have to fix the foundation so then everything, all the future code is harder. Devs, we can all relate, right? It's too late, right? It's too late in development. We get it, right? That's the most common response I hear. Can we imagine hearing these things and having these conversations early in development before we build on top of it? How much time? How much money would it save you? How much confidence would it give you, right? To not hear these things right before release. Let's fast forward 1 year, 2 years working on your game. All of a sudden you care a lot more, right? It's not a passion project anymore. All of a sudden you care a lot more, right? You're going to be very vulnerable when it comes time for release and people are going to be talking about your game or bashing it, right? It's a very vulnerable moment. You spent years on this. You're going to care. You're going to care. You don't have to wait 2 years in to care. You're going to care. It's your product. It's your work. Care about it. Put some respect on it. I already see a lot of clashing things here. Let's keep going. Maybe the game will surprise us. Maybe we don't have the full picture, right? But we just want to be conscious of how we're feeling already early. Here we go. Oh my god. Screen shake is a little much. I can already tell I do not like the combo timer. Like, I'm also noticing that, like, enemies don't, like, die in a hit or 2 hits, right? And we want to be conscious of the conditioning, right? Coming from Downwell. And again, we established that this is unabashedly taking a lot of inspiration from Downwell, right? You're consciously pretty much saying, hey, Downwell's a big influence here. I'm going to go off that, right? But we're also coming from Downwell in games like that where your hits feel very impactful and satisfying. Enemies will die in a hit, max like 2 hits, right? Where here, Again, I have another clashing issue. We have time on our combo bar, about 2 seconds to kill another person to continue comboing, which the game told me is important. The game made a big deal. There's going to be hazards in the way. There's going to be a timer timing me but until I get my next kill. And enemies are also going to take a while to kill. I have to shoot enemies like 5 times, if not more. I have to keep hitting every enemy to kill it. Do you see how we're adding layers that are not adding satisfaction or fun, but making things harder and harder and harder? This is a red flag, right? Because people are ultimately going to play games for fun, and we're doing things like we're teaching mechanics and then making it harder and harder and harder. This is usually oh no, this is gonna get, you know, it's a red flag is all I'm saying. It's a very scary thing. Look, this bat 2, 3 shots each, 3 shots each so far to continue that, and I'm timed. No, I just lost my combo, right? I'm shooting. I'm doing what you want me to do. Wait. Right, we're getting so niche. Wait. Right, I dropped my combo, right? But I did what they wanted. I'm shooting him. What do you want from me, right? Oh, that feels so bad. What is this? Is there a micro jump? Okay. I guess you have 2 lives? I have no idea. You're telling me this is the first area of the game and people are going to be going through this? Holy hell. I have to go back? Okay, here we go. What if I died there? I'd be so pissed. I like just made it. That is not a good feeling. Again, still don't know what a red gem is. Still have no idea. Still uncomfortable. Still very uncomfortable. The game's just throwing information at me, expecting me to know its language, right? You might as well be saying red fish, blue fish, hot dog, burger. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks for telling me random things, game. Right? I don't know your game's language. You didn't onboard me at all. If anything, you made me very uncomfortable. I want to leave this party, right? This is how games launch, right? This is how games launch. And we hope that people just don't care enough or just have enough free time or they're very desperate for a new game. And we hope that like maybe we just secretly get successful. We're taking a gamble on our success. Right? We just hope people maybe don't notice the flaws or anything, right? We just hope. Hopefully that uncomfortableness doesn't matter and they just love flying down this well, right? Maybe it could happen. It could. I'm not saying it can't. Why am I shooting faster? Why am I shooting faster? I'm so confused. This whole game has taught me confusion, right? This is scary. It's a scary place to be. How am I supposed to combo? Are we supposed to leave those guys? Don't kill them? Oh, I dropped combo again. What am I supposed to do? Okay. Random homing something out of nowhere? This is awkward. Let's try again. And again, a lot of experience with these games. An average person will not be flying down this. They will be very uncomfortable right now. And we know why, right? The signs are there. It's not their fault. I dropped combo there. What did I drop combo when I got hit? Can anybody any referee check that out for me? Did I lose combo when I got hit, or did I lose combo because I couldn't kill the bat in time? So this time I'm not shooting faster. Why? I don't know why I shot faster last time. Okay. I can't shoot. Oh. Okay, some kind of arena room. Okay. So, again, we want to be conscious of the feelings that the game is giving off right now. One, it's feeling kind of like not engaging, right? A little bit redundant. Right? I'm coming in here, this thing's killing enemies, whatever, but I'm fighting these jellyfish and these bats that I've already been engaging with flying down a well. Right? But now I'm standing still, and somehow it's really showcasing, like, the anti-engagement, right? Because, like, now we're engaging with these jellyfish and bats, which is the same thing we've been engaging with, and now we're engaging with them, and it's making it feel even more slow, right? Like, I'm standing here, and, okay, I killed it, and it's making it feel like it just keeps going further from unengaging and confusing, right? Because then you also gave me an item, this red gem, and I still don't even know what it is. I don't even know what it does. So I'm a little bit unengaged and pulled back. I'm a little bit more reserved, right? And we're hoping that people even keep playing. They're already on the back foot from the beginning of the game. Right? And it's pulling further and even further back, right? Nothing new happened yet. We're still fighting the same jellies. And if not, we're not even jumping on their head and comboing, which would be the main engagement, right? Now we're just... Oh, okay, right? We're not hooking. If anything, we're like, the player's saying like, oh, wait, didn't Downwell just do this, but better, right? And we have to be very conscious of that. What the... Okay, it looks like we have a currency system. It looks the same, but I'm gonna assume that it's stronger. Here we go. Isn't there a purple guy here? Wait, I still take 3 hits. I still take 3 hits? No! All of that was for nothing. I'm just gonna jump. The screen shake is super drastic. It's super dramatic. My combo also does not last through biomes. Interesting. Three different currencies. I'm gonna guess that 4 out of 5 is my HP. Maybe? Where's my... I don't know. A Fury Bomb. What is that? Full HP. What is a Fury Bomb? Let's find out. Or what does it show that I have a Fury Bomb? Okay, doing the same process. Feeling a little bit, again, unengaged. Normally I would have just put this down already. Very unengaging upgrade system and stuff that I would talk about, right? We wanna be conscious of the market standards, and we're also, as we establish, unabashedly taking big inspiration from Downwell, right? And so there's more things to consider here, right? We're going into a market feeling a little more rough around the edges, more unengaging, a little bit confusing, right? We need to work on all of that. We need to fix this foundation, but we also don't have any hooks yet as far as upgrades, right? We're doing what I call like the baseline, like kind of like almost dark meta upgrades, like, hey, I got +1 damage, hey, I could shoot one more bullet, right? This is not engaging. It's just something that's going to kind of happen as a side effect, but it's not engaging, right? I don't notice when I'm shooting 0.1% faster, or like when I have one extra bullet in the clip. It's not gonna be like super noticeable. It's not hooks, right? It's just there. I'm not playing the game any different. I'm not feeling like a power curve like I would in Downwell right after the first level, and now I'm, you know, shooting more powerful. I have a drone following me, shooting me when I shoot, or shooting with me when I shoot, right? Or now I have a balloon that explodes, right? We're talking about Downwell upgrades that I would be feeling right away. And now, so far, and again, most people are not gonna fly through this, already on the 3rd, 4th map or whatever, and I haven't seen any hooks, power, right? Anything like that, right? And so we're naturally on the back foot because market standards are giving us this stuff a lot quicker. And so we want to be conscious that we're not even meeting the standards necessarily, right? I'm not saying it's a bad idea. We might be doing that on purpose, but if we're not, we're very behind the race, if that makes sense, right? It's different if this hasn't been done before, but like we said, we're unabashedly taking inspiration from Downwell, so you want to assume that your fans and people picking this up are going to have played Downwell, and Downwell gives us a lot of this stuff that we're not getting here. It already is asking for negative reviews. Does that make sense? Because we bought a product, and now we're buying a product that's giving us even less. Naturally, we're asking for it. Does that make sense? So far, the game has showed me that combat is not its strong suit, so I'm very excited to see where this goes. There's like purple stuff flying everywhere. There's a health bar that matches the color of the boss. Very disorienting, there's no like attack indicator thing. I'm super unengaged, super. Okay, and now we fought the first boss. It seems like he has 2 attacks. Very disorienting. He seems to have a lot of HP. Does anybody know how low I got the boss by any chance? So there's a world here, right? And hopefully it's still early. It's been pointed out to me that we got the boss to about half. There's a couple things to consider here. One, it's very hard to look at, right? We have this very like chaotic style, and then attacks are kind of just happening, right? We're not getting like an indicator. He's not like he's charging up his mouth and you see like foam coming out. It's like, right? It's just, I'm attacking. I'm just gonna swing across the screen. I hope you know, right? And we could learn, but with market standards, it feels kind of bad. Things are just happening and we have to remember, right? There's not playroom to see, hey, I'm gonna attack here. You didn't dodge, right? It's not like we have a bullet pattern coming at us and it's dodge. It's something's going to happen, and I hope you learn this from prior experience. So we're not necessarily at market standards, right? They could learn and just keep playing your game. But now we have more piling on the problem where it's already unengaging. But now we're also asking a player to invest time and keep playing a game to learn that boss, right? Because of how we designed it. Because things are just going to happen, right? And that's fine. I'm not saying that's wrong, but it doesn't match the rest of the game, because when things just happen, you're just going to hardcore die, right? Or like maybe like a Dark Souls death, right? Like we walked in and a freaking thing came out of nowhere and killed us, and it's like, haha, all right, I got to dodge that one, right? But you're engaged already. Now we're also asking that of this game, right? We're saying, hey, these things are just going to happen, right? You're just going to die, or things are going to just hit you out of nowhere. So you're going to have to like learn and just memorize it. So now we're also hoping that that player is going to invest more time to keep trying that boss out, because we didn't get indicators in combat saying, hey, there's an attack happening here so you can skillfully dodge it. It's just things that happen. He just came back on the screen, right? And we play very hardcore games, right? No problem. We play bullet hells. We can handle hardcore games. But that was almost like what would people call it, like an unfair death. It's a death where you have to replay to just know, hey, this boss swings back, right? And that's the clash, right? We're not saying it's a bad design, but we're saying that we're asking a lot, and this is what's happening with this kind of design. And this is what happens in all games, right? We have to be conscious of how we're designing. It's not necessarily bad, but if we're not conscious and we're not doing it on purpose, and I don't know, maybe the dev is doing that on purpose and wants that kind of design, but we're also, everything else is clashing because we didn't even create engagement yet. There's still confusion. We just figured out what the gems do, right? It's leaving the player uncomfortable, not welcoming, where they want to learn more and want to do more. If anything, you pushed me away, and I'm reserved since the beginning. We saw that transition of, hey, let's check out this new Downwell game, I'm really excited, to like how you slowly push your buyers away. You're pushing the consumers away in all the different aspects, right? It's already unengaging. The enemies already feel like meat shields. I upgraded and it doesn't feel powerful. I'm not grabbing hooks. Where's the hook? Where's the hook? We've learned that you want a combo system like Downwell, that we agreed that it's unabashedly grabbing big influence from Downwell, which is not the problem. But what are we doing better? If anything, you said, hey, things are going to be a little bit more tedious, bullet spongy. We're not going to have upgrades that change the way you play, right? We're going to have, hey, you shoot one more extra bullet, the enemies still die in the same play, right? What is the game giving us? It's giving us nothing, but you're asking for more time through your boss design. Do you see how everything clashes? So this is what it's like to release a game just based on your thoughts and not actually getting professional conversations based on it. So then a year from now, 2 years from now, when your artists and you have spent a year or 2 years, and now it's time for release, and now you care, you took a gamble on your release, right? And this gamble is not looking good. This gamble is not looking good. I love Downwell games. I came into this excited today, right? This is what it looks like. And now imagine me, the consumer. This is the standards right now, right? To wing it. This is the standards when we can have these simple conversations, right? This is a gamble. This one is a huge gamble, right? And so this is why we're doing it. There's hope, right? So we're going to hope that, because I don't know, I randomly picked this game today. I'm going to hope that this is still early in development where we can fundamentally change all of these things, because the fundamentals right now are all pointing at each other, right? Like the Spider-Man meme. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. So they're not synergizing. They're not a team. All the mechanics are pointing at each other, like the Spider-Man meme. So, with this conversation, I can expect big things to be developed around, so we don't keep piling things on the mechanics that we established, because the foundation is the issue, right? And this is the power of consultation in the Game Doctor. So we're gonna wrap this one up here, because I can't even pull myself to play another run. I love these Downwell. I love Downwell, right? But I can't pull myself to play another one. And this is either what bad reviews look like or returns look like, right? This is what it looks like, right? I can't play another one. You know what I mean? And so great, like this is why we're doing the coaching, right? So I hope you guys found this helpful, how important it is to have these conversations, because a lot of times it's not apparent, right? It seems like, oh, games have combo timer all the time, right? But it doesn't mean it's just good in your game. Oh, the game did this Downwell did this combo system thing. It doesn't mean it's just gonna work in your game. Oh, these hazards that blocked the way. Let's just add stuff to the genre, right? Let's add these hazards that move around. It doesn't, right? How does that synergize with the rest of your dish? Every spice you add, how does it how does it synergize, right? And we want to be conscious of this. And this is not necessarily the developer's fault, and that's the important thing to take here. It's not like, man, you should have been smarter during development. Every single game, this should be industry standards, should have a version of their editor, their coach, their game doctor to bring these things to attention, because you will not be able to see it all from a fresh perspective, right? Because you are the perspective. You are not going to be able to see it from the other perspective, right? This is why the work is so important. One last thing to touch on. Somebody talked about, oh, the screen shake. There's an option in the menu. That's fine. We don't serve a dish at a restaurant with it needing more ingredients, right? We're going to hope that it hits the table ready to be consumed, and it's going to make us look really good. You're going to love this dish, right? So we just want to be conscious of that. Yes, they have the option to turn down screen shake, but we're delivering the dish with a lot of screen shake, which is going to impact the initial player experience, and we just want to be conscious of it. Yes, thank God there's a way to turn it off. But we don't serve a dish and say, oh, of course you don't like it. You were supposed to add salt, pepper, and this other thing, right? It's your fault. No. We just want to be conscious of the delivery of our product. So that's why I purposely left it where what the devs intend to ship it as with their settings, so we can be conscious of it. Yes, you can turn down the screen shake. Thank God. Anyway, this has been our first micro consultation that we're doing for free on Random Games. I hope you guys see the impact on how bad the industry needs this work, and hopefully you guys even got value out of it for your own games, or as a gamer, from a gamer's perspective, to see, hey, why am I feeling really uncomfortable with this game? You know, I want to like this game. How come I didn't, right? And it'll help you pinpoint those reasons why, because a lot of times you don't know why you're getting certain feelings. So hopefully this will give you guys some new perspective. This was really just supposed to be fun. If the developer and team does get to see this consultation video, hopefully they get a lot of value out of it. I'm sure it's going to bring them a lot of value and up their success rate. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. You can follow us on Twitter at SD89 and follow our Game Doc things. You can also DM me if you have early products or ideas that you want to work on, or a product that you want to take on. No time is too early, and I'll even go to further to say that the earlier that you seek conversation and consultation, the more money and results that you're going to see impact your success rate. Yeah, thank you guys so much. I'm out of here.